Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Oh my goodness. Wherever you are in the world. And I suppose if you are on the West Coast, well, listen, everyone's now within the window of the new moon in Virgo. Happy new moon in Virgo. We talked about, I did a live stream last night where I went into it, but I'll do it again because if you didn't see that live stream, I really want you to take advantage of this new moon in Virgo because it is so potent. It is one of the biggest ones. It is so great to see y'all. Carrie in Cape Town, she's here with a new business. Everyone with their new things that they've been launching for this new era, the Prism portal. Everything pushing you into this new you right now. It's literally happening right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through, this new moon just for a hot second. And then there's a lot of predictions that I want to walk you through that I've made, and they're all happening now. So this is going to be a fun live stream. But and again, I'm so grateful, so thankful. Last night I talked about greatawakener.com. Y'all, thank you so much for those who have signed up. If you haven't signed up yet, it would be amazing. If you are a member of YouTube, of here, right? Territory with Jimmy, YouTube, right? If you're a member here, and y'all are tier 2, tier 3, but anyone who's a member of this channel, go to the membership tab on your page and you will see the video and the promo code that I left you. Okay, you'll find it. Just scroll down and you'll see it. I did it last night. It's only like 10 minutes long. You don't even have to watch the video because in the description box I leave you the promo code for both the monthly plan and the annual plan. And remember, this is part of the founding member launch sale. So everyone, and even if you're a subscriber, yes, you have a video too with your promo code. And so everyone, subscriber, member, doesn't matter. You're getting minimum 50% off. Yeah. Tier 3 members, y'all are getting 75% off. Like it's a great deal. Because I didn't want y'all to pay any extra, and I don't think that, and I left all the annual plans, y'all, that's more than 50% off because the rack rate, remember, is $399. And so you're not paying any. I think the highest one was $189 for annual plan. I remember, I'm gonna announce today the first instructor. Remember, there's got to be instructors, experts, healers, everything. They're going to be doing courses, and the first course is an astrologer who I will announce in this live stream. And so, just taking an astrology course anywhere else, if you're even interested in it, that's already like $200, $250, $300 just for that. And so, when you become a member of Great Awakener, a founding member, or a member anytime, you have access to all of that. So you got more, your money's worth and beyond. There's so much there. There's so much there. So, and remember, he's just one of many, right? One of many. I'm announcing the second. I'm going to call her a healer on Monday. I'm so excited. And so remember, it's all live streams on Great Awakener because I truly believe in the power of connecting with you. This is energy, right? This is very different than you just watching a video. You're not connecting. You're just watching a video. Here, we're connecting. Y'all leaving comments. I'm be answering your questions. That's the same thing with the astrology course. It's me live streams, taught live. Yeah, you get to ask questions. Y'all get to chat. You got your community forum as well. You got your notes. Oh, I'll show you. Yeah, you want me to show you? I'll show you. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. But that's the great thing about Great Awakener is that I really love this community, and I really wanted to build this community for y'all where we are in such a pivotal time. And I think I told you this, 2025 to 2027, you're going to see the biggest changes you have ever seen in your lifetime. And I'm going to explain why, because it's not just the astrology. And that's another thing that I brought up last night. Even if you, let's say, you know, I'm announcing the first instructor for the courses, the master classes of enlightenment. Even if you're not into astrology, there's more for you. Remember, the second instructor has nothing to do with astrology. So there will always be something there for you. Always be something there for you. And so lock in now. You will get really great rates. And remember, they are lifetime rates. The rates will go up. The rates will go up. You will lock in at these deeply discounted rates. It's my way of showing gratitude. And I want to do that for all my subscribers who have supported me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And I made that very clear in the videos I made for each one of you, for every membership tier. And remember, just go to your membership, click it on your account if you're a member, and you'll see the video. If you're a subscriber, you'll see the video that I made, okay, where you can get your promo code. And I show you how to use it at checkout. And I have a special guest that's going to be joining. But I just wanted to show you real quick, if you didn't get to make the live stream last night. Here it is. And the other thing is, yeah, well, let me just show you real quick. Just all the features that are available. My mouse is not working. There we go. I don't know. Can you see that? You can see that. So here it is. You'll see that here's, I think I pointed this out. One of my favorite things here is the digital journal. You get a daily journal, or a journal you can write many times a day. You can add images. You can, you know, this is mobile optimized. So if you even have thoughts in the moment, there you go. There you go. You can just speak into it. If you're having moments, speak into it. Come to it later. This is a safe space. This is a space all about inspiring you, empowering you. Because remember, everything is energy. And that's why I'm creating this space where it's always going to be at a high frequency. And I'm going to make sure it's always at a high frequency. And you can trust that it's a safe space. And even if you're going through some moments, we'll get you through that. We'll bring you back to a high frequency. And all the live streams, yeah, they're going to be archived, so you can go back to it if you can't make the live streams. So all of that, members have access to everything, because that was a question. Everything. When you sign up to become a member here, you have access to everything. The journal, right? And then again, you saw, I'm going to show every page. Even if you're watching the live stream, boom, you can take notes, all right, during your courses. You see that little tab? So, and then here we go. I'm really excited about this. A greatly awakened community. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's kind of like a Facebook group, right? Or Reddit, or, you know, and this is amazing. You can see all these people who have already left comments. It's a community. You see all the tabs here, and this we debuted last night, or all the categories here. So I really love that. And I also talked about, I'm putting myself out there. I'm showing you my chart. And this is also just a great way to learn. You know, I show both my Placidus and my whole sign house system. That they're different. Okay. And so I talk about divine timing. I give you all the aspects that make me a spiritual leader. I think I pointed that out last night. You see my Venus, my sun, my midheaven conjuncting, yeah, in the 9th house of spirituality. And okay, and then all the aspects that show I can't tell a lie. I'm all about truth. I need the truth. Okay, I'm a Virgo moon. Like, come on, and all the aspects that would make someone, you know, more intuitive, etc., empathic. And even like, this is things that you're going to learn Remember, I have my Mars in Cancer, right? You see that right there. Of course, I'm going to have a lot of empathy, and but there's a charge there. You see my moon in Virgo here. Moon in Virgo. Today we have a new moon in Virgo. Of course, I feel it, but that's all about service to others. Moon is emotions, it's feelings, it's me taking it. There you go. So anyway, you can look at that as well, and then the live streams are going to be here. This is just so amazing, and you can add them to your calendar. You can any event. All right, and you'll have the dates. You saw the calendar, and hear all the videos, and of course, you can just come back to any of them. Yeah, it's just this is, if you remember, you get all of this, and remember, this is not it. There's more to come. This is just part of the first phase. So if you wanted to there's just so much here. I'm gonna stop. I'm just excited about it. I talked about it last night, and so if you have any questions at all, you can always email me. You can email support@greatawakener.com. Brad's here, by the way. I don't know if Brad, if you can do a little thing where it says support@greatawakener.com, or if you need to get in touch with anyone, okay, we're taking care of you. So thank you to everyone who signed up. That is why I've been so MIA. That's why I've been I've been working on this just morning to night, and I know that a lot of y'all have been working on your new journeys as well, morning to light. And then remember, Venus is going to move into Leo soon. You're going to feel that. All right. So I did want to bring in a special guest, by the way. I said that last night. I'm bringing in a special guest, and his name is Felix. And there he is. Felix has been working with me through the entire process since we launched, because remember, I've had some issues, I think, that y'all know about with Uranus on my ascendant. So he came in to save the day. And it just, speaking of divine timing, right at the time of the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, August 12th, I don't know if you remember that, happened in Cancer, conjuncting Sirius as well. Two things here. That's also, remember, that's blessings, that's luck, that's good fortune, that's abundance. But at the end of the day, it's support. Okay. So the fact that they came in right at that time for the site to launch right at that day, really amazing. And I'm going to let Felix introduce himself and just kind of I want y'all to meet him.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jimmy. So happy to be here. And just wanted to also share my gratitude again, and also thank you for just being patient with the rollout and just co-creating this together as well. So what I wanted to emphasize again is you're really the very first wave of members here, and your energy really is here to set the tone for the whole journey ahead. So we've been over the last few weeks working hard in the background to get the community live, to get the journal live, to get the calendar integration live. So now you have a space to connect, share, and support each other on your spiritual journeys. And with the journal, you can now also just reflect on your personal insights and integrate them better. So that's really a great opportunity you have here. And I'm really, really happy to be part of this journey. And there's still a lot of things to come. So just as a quick teaser, Jimmy already emphasized some of those, first courses being announced soon, then master classes and deeper activations coming, and just continuous improvements overall. What's important to know for you is that's all based on your feedback. So the earlier you join, the more you can also like have an impact on the whole journey ahead. So like we're actually actively working on like fixing anything like you want to have implemented. So like anything, any features you want to have added, like just email us at support@greatawakener.com, and we're actively working on it to get everything out fast. So your feedback actually really plays a role here. So yeah, like really encourage you to just log in, explore, post in the community, and then just also just share your first journal entry. And Jimmy is going to point out the promo codes again to sign up. But yeah, we're like really just building something great, something honestly I would say historic together here. So again, you're not just users, you're literally kind of, I would say, pioneers of this awakening community. So thank you for being part of this, Jimmy, and looking forward to what's ahead.
Thank you so much, Felix. And y'all, I think the key word there is co-creation, and it is so true. And I know that y'all know that it's true, and that's energy, and you're absorbing energy with everyone's energy, and that's the goal of this site, is to co-create this amazing place where we not only raise our frequency but expand our consciousness. And when I say raise our frequency, get to that frequency of love and self-love and gratitude, compassion, kindness, enlightenment, joy, right? And then spreading it out into the world, right? Earth has a heartbeat, it has a pulse. And I've mentioned this, we have biofields. We're connected with the energy of the earth. And so think of that, spreading that out there, your energy, our energy, when we go out anywhere, to work, to the ballpark, to the community pool, sipping on a Diet Coke, and all that. You have that high frequency, you're magnetic. People see that. They feel it. They come to you. They come to you with questions, no one else, because they feel your energy. They know that you are at that high frequency. That's how it works. And remember, it's law of attraction too. If you want to talk about the same thing, law of attraction, right? And it's such a, it just feels really good. And again, the very first live stream that we did, oh my goodness, that was last weekend on greatawakener.com. It was the energy. It was like a hot, and I always talk about this when I talk about high frequency, high energy, and co-creating and being with the collective and all that. I want you to think of going to a concert, going to Coachella, yeah, and your favorite band comes out, Arcade Fire, the Yeahs, or Modest Mouse, and the crowd goes wild, and you feel that in your soul. You feel it. You feel that energy. That's co-creation. Everyone is co-creating without even knowing it. Nobody knows each other at that concert, and you are co-creating this energy, and it feels amazing. So that's what I'm talking about. That's how you're good. That's my goal. And so yeah, Felix was talking about walking you through just one more time, just to show you. I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to pull this up because I have like 5 different sign-ins. Just oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna just one more screen share, and then we're gonna. I have some announcements. I'm gonna tell you who. Okay, so and I have to talk. We have to talk about some of these. We do have to talk about some of these predictions. Okay, so let me just share my screen one more time. And then, yeah, you see this for user, become member. And you can, right here. This is for y'all. This purple button for all subscribers to my YouTube channel, whether you're a subscriber or member. And when you click here, you can read all that. But whatever tier member you are, this will take you to your discount code. When you get your discount code, you'll see a link to check out. And you just add the discount code to the promotional page. Yeah. So let's just say subscriber here. So this is the video I did for all subscribers. And so you see the discount here for, and this was last night, right? And then there you go. You even have it here. And you can click that to do your, come back here. And whether you want the monthly plan or the annual plan, let's say you do the annual plan, you enter your discount code here in the add promotional box. So this is for all subscribers.
Jimmy, remember, I'm just quickly jumping on again because we can only see your Great Awakener page. So you will need to show.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to just do this again. Share screen. Okay. There we go. So yeah, this is the checkout page. Let me just do that again. Like if you were to go here, you enter your promo code here, which for all subscribers. And again, if you're a member, you have a different discount code, promo code based on your membership tier. And it's a deeper discount here. But look at that. That's just like that. Okay. You enter it there. There's your rate. Remember, this is less, it's more than 50% off. It's 53% off. And you can pay without the link. You can do all that however you want to do it. So I hope that makes sense. And because I know that there was just a lot of questions about it. So again, support@greatawakener.com if you have any questions. But thank you so much for anyone for all y'all who've signed up and anyone who plans to sign up. The more members at greatawakener.com, and we're calling you founding members because you're part of this launch, the beginning of this journey. The more members, the more I can offer you. And remember, there's already, you're gonna see. Okay, so why don't I announce? Let me do this. Let me announce who's the first instructor. Okay. If you remember 3 weeks ago when I was, well, working 100,000 hours a week, I couldn't do your weekly forecast. It was the first time in 3 years and I felt so bad. Remember, I'm always wanting to do the best for you. Anyone here Virgo moon? You would get it. You would get it. I brought in guests. So remember, there was one where we talked specifically about the Venus squares. Yeah. And then another one that we talked about, the Mars-Saturn opposition. And it was for all 12 signs. We broke it down. I did a tarot spread for each sign. It was the first one. It was Christian Klausner. All right. So he will be teaching the very first course because the biggest request I got from y'all was learning astrology. And I made sure that he did a beginner's course, an introductory course. And again, these are live streams. These courses, you will be interacting with him. And it's a 12-week course. And it's not for certification, just to let you know. It's intro, just so when I do talk about certain aspects or planets or their archetypes, like you will know, because I get a lot of questions in the comments like, oh, what is, and so it's really great to have him on board and to be able to offer this to you. And yes, at the end of every session, yes, you have a Q&A. You have a Q&A. And then even after the live stream, remember 2 things. If you can't attend the live stream, it'll be there. Okay, so you can watch it, rewatch it, and then you'll see the comments board. And yeah, you can leave comments, but then you have the Greatly Awakened community. There's an astrology section. So it is weekly. It's weekly. And it covers, and we went through the syllabus. We made sure that everything was comprehensive. But also, if some of y'all are a little bit more advanced, then you can ask a little bit more advanced questions and he will break it down comprehensively for everyone to understand. So I hope that you guys are excited for y'all. I don't know. Okay. So that's the first, and I am going to, we're going to set up the page today or tomorrow. but we will enter it into the calendar system today. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then and that's the other thing. When I do these live streams here on YouTube, these predictions, channel messages, current energies, once this is over, that's when I do on greatawakener.com the extended predictions with a lot of things that I just don't have time to do all of them. Remember, my notebooks are full of full, but also a lot of things that, that are a little bit more, sensitive topics. Actually, let me give you another, I'm gonna give you another surprise. I'm feeling very, let's do this for them. I'm gonna show you something here. And I think that this will be really exciting for you. I think that there's something that I'm going to just show you one more page because I'm not going to play anything, but oh, okay. So I'm going to show you something that I think that you're going to get really excited about. In the meantime, while I pull this up, because I think what I did is I lost the page once I was walking you through the thing. So let me just do it all over. All right. So here we go. I'm going to show you something here. Just last screenshot. This is the last one. And I hope you see that it's just like, I'm just so excited about this. And so, okay, let's do this. I'm going to show you, share. So here's the live stream page, right? And so this is what I did here. Because this is the member, right? So I'm a member now, so I can see all the video content. And there you go. These are the deep dives when I do the channeled messages. And you can watch them. Look at all the comments here, right? From members already on Great Awakener. It was such a blast. It was so amazing. And I just, in Iraq, sextile Uranus, and jump to pharma. But I can literally give you to think a certain way, even with UAPs. Of course, we're going to talk about UAPs. I think I told you a long time ago. Remember the prison portal that's happening right now? Yeah, Saturn conjunct Neptune. Heard the truth because they're just told OxyContin wasn't. Yeah, there was none. See how it works? Institutions. And so I think that's why it's hard for. You'll see a difference with the younger generation and an older generation. The older generation that has, been told the government's going to take care of you, we got you, etc. We do this for you, love your country, all of that. And so the younger generation that's seeing what's happening, they're growing up in a period where there's just why is the government doing this? Why is this happening? Why is it? So there's a whole thing, but yeah, it's just been weather modification. Okay, that's enough. So as you see, there's stuff that was just me kind of discussing some things to you're just going to see me talking about other things over there. All right. So anyway, and if you have any questions, let me know because I'm going to answer your questions here too. But so now Christian Klausner, very excited. He's such a great astrologer because he brings a lot of spirituality into it. And I think I already talked about his background. So really excited for that. Monday, there's a second, and again, healer. I'm just going to go with healer for now, but we'll be doing a 12-week course. So very excited. And then happy new moon in Virgo. Remember, potent new moon happened 2 a.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, New York City time. Amazing. There's a lot of things that's happening with the new moon. And again, I never have time in your weekly forecast because they already run so long. And I can give you the main highlights of big features, right? Like this new moon in Virgo, it's at 0 degrees. It's potent. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel this sense of service to others, right? Remember, we talked about that and just how you want to transform your day-to-day routines. But it really is just kind of a kind of like a prequel to the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo we will have next month. So again, you're putting yourself on that path right now, and things are going to just naturally transform for you. But it would be, for instance, like on greatawakener.com, like that's when I can go deeper into some of these things. Like we have a yod, the finger of God. It's just a little bit like, to talk about that in your weekly forecast, it just takes a little bit more time, and it does involve the prism portal. And so I did tell you that we also have a Uranus square baked into this new moon. Uranus, that's tomorrow, by the way, but you have all this in your forecast. And Uranus is, breakthroughs. Okay, the higher expression, it's innovation. Uranus is in Gemini. It's your mind is going to be changing, the subconscious, and you're expanding your consciousness. Remember, 90% of what's upstairs is the subconscious. 10% is the conscious. You're expanding your consciousness, and you're going to see that happening in a really big way the next few years because of this prism portal. But the other thing about Uranus is also, when it's in a challenging aspect, you see his lower expressions. Okay, so that's chaos, that's breakdowns, it's volatile. And yes, Uranus brings us surprises and the unexpected. And oh my gosh, there's a couple outer planets that's forming these inconjuncts that creates this yod. I mean, the new moon is like really, it's such a big new moon that it may not seem so. It's just like new moon in Virgo, right? Next month we have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. Oh, that one's bigger. Actually, this, I told you, will feel like an eclipse. Even if you don't feel it, there's things happening. There's those waves that's happening behind the scenes, and you're going to start seeing things. But again, just know that it is one that really asks you for patience, focus, being flexible, adaptable. It is mutable, after all. Uranus and Gemini squaring the new moon in Virgo, 2 mutable signs. So mutable signs, by the way, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius. From this point forward, y'all are going to feel a lot of big changes because the eclipses next month are also in your signs, in Pisces and Virgo. But everybody feels it. Everyone, I explained last night, y'all have different birth charts. There's no birth chart that's alike. It's like your fingerprint, okay? There's no fingerprint that's alike. So that's what we're doing, a lot of that. And again, I have to do these rollouts, at a certain pace of what I'm introducing. So anyway, yeah, I hope that you're setting intentions. And that's the other thing. A lot of questions I get about new moons, setting intentions, planting seeds, having new moon rituals. Yes, put your energy out there. Even just acknowledging it. Remember, everything is energy, including your thoughts. And when you acknowledge the new moon, take that extra step, that inspired action, by setting intentions. Visualize. Yeah. Visualize. It's energy. That's why you got your digital journals on greatawakener.com. You got everything there. So definitely please acknowledge the new moon and have those intentions, set those intentions. Where do you want to be 6 months from now for the corresponding full moon? How do you want to prepare for the new moon solar eclipse that's happening 4 weeks from now? Okay. It's in Virgo. Every sign is feeling it in different areas of their life. All right. But that one is at 29 degrees. So we'll talk about it when I do your September forecast. Now, yeah. And just create your reality. So that's okay. So I announced that. I talked about the shifts that we're going through. Oh, I mentioned I'm going to be a guest on a podcast tomorrow. Yeah, I'll let you know. And I'm going to do a community, because I don't know how. I remember I was on Inspired Evolution, and there was a lot of like, you can't. I've never really. So I'm gonna find out if I can say who's, but let me do that today. And then I'll send you. I'll do a community post on what platform it's on. But I'm very excited because I will be doing some predictions there too. And talking a lot about what's to come for the next 2 years. Yeah. And remember, this is a big thing. 2025, 2027. I'm going to talk about, no, it's not. And I said this in your forecast this week. No, it's not just the astrology for the next 2 years. No, the next 5 years, the astrology is really strong. I said the next 2 years are the most pivotal years of the decade. Some would say the century. Okay. That's how strong it is. When we get to February 2026, when we have that alignment at that 0 degree point with Saturn and Neptune, like never experience, like that's a big reset happening at the same time as a solar eclipse in Aquarius. There's just so much happening, but it's not just the astrology. And I explained that on greatawakener.com, just the main page. I will talk about the cycles. This is the great year, the precession of the equinox. And I've talked about this. You know, the Earth's axis will, wobble every 25,920 years. That's going through every single sign. So, every 2,000-ish years. We're facing a certain constellation. So we are, yes, currently in the age of Aquarius. And I will talk about that in greatawakener.com. Because there's been you'll hear a lot of different astrologers like, oh, it's years from now, it's decades from now, it's 100 years. No, it's now. You've heard me earlier this year say we're on the brink of the age of Aquarius. We're in it now. Okay. And this is channeling. This is me doing, so we're in it. Amazing. But that's not just the only cycle. That's a big cycle, by the way. We're in it right now. If you want to think about generational theory, we're in the 4th turning. If you want to think of other astrological cycles, we have the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in 2020. You know what happened in 2020? You saw what happened there? There's more to come. But we will go through the cycle of the Jupiter-Saturn trine. Amazing. Which, that's a big thing. Pluto moving into Aquarius alone. Come on. That's a big thing. It's huge. 19 years. Pluto moving into Aquarius. First time in 250 years. What happened 250 years ago? It's the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It was a Revolutionary War. It's happening now. And it's also the advancement of technology. You're seeing big shifts. This is the digital revolution. Uranus moving into Gemini, 84 years. I'll talk about what happened 84 years ago. But and that's the other thing. Uranus, the first week of September, will go retrograde. And remember, oh gosh, when Uranus, you're gonna see things. Okay, I'll just leave it light because I'm looking at the time like, oh, I got another live stream to do on Great Awakener. But yes, we'll talk about it over there. But we're in you see geopolitically, we're in a cycle. I'll talk about there. Even again, geophysical, the solar flares, everything with Earth. Like there's so many cycles. You've seen the volcanoes. You see these happening in real life. The earthquakes, everything. Which, by the way, let's talk about that now. Okay, population cycle. There's a lot happening. But let's talk about some predictions, okay, that I had brought up. I had said, and again, there's a couple things. First, the food processing. I talked about that many times. That was one of the things that I saw in last August. So Brad's picking, there's so much news that's been coming out that was recalled. And then there was something with beef was recalled. And there's so much attention on food. And you're going to see bigger bigger news come out with food processing. I have a reel too somewhere. It's actually on greatawakener.com. Those 3 reels that are playing, that should be one of them when I made that prediction. Okay. You're gonna there's a lot to come. This I felt like that's a big thing. I mean, you're gonna see a big trend of this going viral in social media, these kind of things, the bioengineered ingredients. And I'm only bringing this one up because I remember there were a couple of y'all that asked questions about this. And yes, it is going to be a thing. And you're going to start seeing more news around this. And again, here you already are. There's going to be some changes. Time in August, but it's in my last live stream. Times. Food processing, there's still something there. And there's going to be some attention on like food, food and farms and food processing and things like that. But there we go. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, I think that another thing is, I don't know, Brad, you want to just throw the things up there that I meant to talk about, because I don't even, we can go in any order. Yes. Okay. So there was the 7.5 earthquake that happened 2 days ago in Antarctica. This is South America tip. That's Antarctica. It's like Ushuaia is the most southern tip in Chile. And I've been there. All right. That's where you go. If you're going on a cruise to Antarctica, you would go there. You know, I brought up Antarctica. And I just got to find the books, but it was several times that I brought up Antarctica, and the most recent was I'm really gonna have to, but it's in the, I mean, it would be, I'm gonna have to go through the old live streams to figure out when it was, but yeah. So there you go. And I'm gonna talk more about Antarctica on the Great Awakener because there's stuff. Okay. So if you want to, Brad, go to the next one. While I look for, oh yeah. So we talked about that on, okay, wait, well, here we go. So Antarctica. Again, you can't see this because it was the old, oh, maybe you can. I don't know. Okay, so the date for that was, it was back in June, July. I don't know. That's when I had a lot of pops that day. June 10th. Anyway, okay, so yes, this guy, yeah, we talked about briefly on Great Awakener when the channeling sessions. I told you a lot. Well, and that there was more to come. There's more to come. And I did say, I think here on this channel that, yeah, there's going to be, all right. So it's in the last live stream. But of course I talk about it more on greatawakener.com. And I told you the chilling session that I had. All right. So Brad, if we can, this I thought was really cool. You know, I talked about the solar flares. I talk about it all the time. I told you about Uranus and Gemini is just huge advancement with trining Pluto and Aquarius, by the way. Yeah, remember I just said this digital revolution, this technology revolution. Well, there you go. Wow, how crazy is that? That's pretty advanced. That's pretty advanced. But it's also one of those things where pretty sure they had this for some time before, you know, and now they're making it a thing. Yeah, introducing it to the public. The way the internet is something that some institutions had for about 20 years before introducing it to the public. Okay, next one, if we can see that. Okay, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this on greatawakener.com. Well, yeah, so remember, that's happening in about 20 minutes. We'll talk about this. Okay. Okay, here's one. So remember that I had written this down. And again, this is, here we go. And I put this on my Instagram. I didn't, so if you are following me on Instagram, there's a lot of predictions in my book, my notebooks that happen that I just see like, oh, it happened. Like that's what I'm saying. There's just so many predictions and things that I see, and it's special. Like even like the earthquake in New York, I think I showed you last week. I'm like, oh yeah, I predicted that. That was, here 2 weeks before it. So on greatawakener.com, we're going to go through all of the predictions because I just, again, don't have so much time here. But okay, so you see here, June 30th. And so he popped up. I saw something that I can't explain, but I saw, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening, but this way, like, he came up, and then remember, he unfortunately, I call it celebration of life. Now you see this coming up, and we're Great Awakener, okay? Yeah, .com. We'll talk about it in about now 20 minutes. All right, so yes, I found a clip. So remember how I said, that this is new to me I came out as psychic, remote viewer, channeler last year because I knew that there was a lot of things happening in 2025. I just needed to relay some messages. And remember, it's not me giving you opinions. It's not, I think a lot of people get confused and just see me as astrologer to reader. Astrology, remember, that's not predictions, that's forecasting. There's no astrologer in the world that can say they, predict unless they, have intuitive psychic abilities or whatnot. But astrology alone is forecasting, psychic is predictions, right? And so I spent a lot of time researching a lot of the things that I had seen that about, that I'd even talked about here on this channel. And then I saw this, and you see, just even in quotes, activity that's happening under the ocean. Can you bring up the and so remember, y'all, do you remember those live streams where I said, I'm in the ocean, I'm always in the ocean, why am I being brought in the bottom of the sea? There was something for me to see. You saw me see the cracks, right, before the big earthquake. You saw me see the black, I still can't explain what it is. Is this black smoke? I just couldn't, I have it written down, but I just don't want to say something here where it's not accurate to what I wrote down. But it was just this black smoke thing. I can't even, it was mysterious. But then I saw the same thing that I saw with the underground cables last year. People doing things that weren't. Yeah. And so I saw this and was like, okay, there's one thing. But I did, again, I think I said to y'all, I went to other, well-known channelers or psychics or people like me. And a lot of them are what we see match up. So, but I just saw that. I was like, oh my God, there's something there. And it's just like amazing that I can show you something. But anyway, yes, I'm going to show you one more thing. Wait, no. Let's go that. Did I send you? We talked about housing. And so remember, I said that I'd written down, actually, I can show you here. There was going to be something with housing, and I wrote down the 8s, 8/5, 8/19. So I didn't know if that was a dates of, it's the same thing that I saw with the earthquake, the 8.8 earthquake. I was given dates like July 3rd to the 9th or something like that. I'm like, I don't think that's when it's happening. I think that's when I saw those cracks. There's something happening there, and then it's going to happen. But I have another story about that. This, I said housing, August 9th or August 3rd. It's in my last live stream, but I gave you specific dates. And then same thing. I was like, I think there's something here. housing collapse or correction, something like that, right? And there obviously wasn't one, but there was a lot of news, a lot of data coming up. I think this is, August 18th, coming up, giving you indicators. Okay. And there were more. I don't know if I sent them to you, Brad. So there was more that I found that I was like, okay. But yeah. I wonder if I have that. So those are indicators. And if anyone's thinking about selling or buying, I'm just going to let you know. Uranus is going retrograde. You're going to feel that first week of September. We have an eclipse in Pisces, September 7th. I'd wait a little bit. I'd wait. Okay. And I'm not a realtor or anything. I'm just saying about the astrology and all that. And I think they're announcing something with the interest rate cuts. And so if you're buying a home, selling a home, the astrology just, it doesn't, I would wait. I would wait. Unless you, I mean, like, this week is great, but I know a lot of y'all are going to be waiting for the rate cuts anyway. But just, I would get out of the eclipse window. Okay. And that first week of September with even Mars square Jupiter. Am I right? Jupiter's in Cancer. Cancer rules home, homes, homeland. All right. So I'd wait a little bit. Yeah. So again, just a lot of news that came out indicating some direction toward something, but again, there's still some things to come that will have an impact either way. Okay. So was that it? Did I send you? Oh gosh. Okay. So one other thing that I wanted to, I'm gonna save it because I want to just give you sources, and this is a little for me just like but remember how I said in my last live stream here with y'all, and what I'm gonna tell you, remember, this is it. I'm taking all of these other ones to greatawakener.com because you see, I've also pointed out the changes that are happening in social media, how content creators, you literally see them editing themselves, saying, oh, I can't talk about this, or oh, I shouldn't say this, or I have to be careful about saying this. I called this last year. That's why I can talk freely at greatawakener.com. Okay? I'm not on anyone else's platform. No one can shadow ban me or any of that. Anyway, and y'all have freedom too to, talk there. But the earthquake that happened in Russia, July 29th, remember last week I was telling you something was off about it, and I couldn't, and I just felt something was not right. And do y'all remember that? Will you give me a thumbs up if you remember that? Because I wonder if it was this live stream. And that's the other thing. I'm just, if you saw the last live stream last night that I did, you'll know that I've been working 14, 15-hour days for 6 weeks now, every day. I haven't had a weekend. I haven't had a summer. I'm at a point where I'm just like, I haven't even gotten to your, weekly forecast, which is going to be September. And again, got to make the announcement now. They're always an hour long or even longer because I give you everything. I want you to know everything that you can plan for. But the ones that I release may be a little bit shorter. Okay. But I go deeper in the weekly forecast. You know that. All right. They may be a little bit shorter and they may be a little late. All right. But so y'all remember, okay. So I did say that I felt something was strange and off with that 8.8 earthquake, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I had to really spend some time thinking on it. And the past 2 weeks has just been bonkers for me. So I haven't even had time to have a proper channeling. Remember, I go into, it's a process for me. I go into like a deep state when I need to get, it's a Freudian slip. I like a, you know, like trance, like Edgar Casey. So I did find evidence. I did find evidence, and I'm just so just like confirming something. And today I was sending it to Brad. Everything that I saw, all the links, they were gone. They were gone. And so I'm just like, okay, well, that just makes it a lot more real. What I saw and the evidence of something, I'm gonna just gosh, okay, I'm gonna have to just look for it myself. Anyway. And it was from a reputable source. It wasn't like if it wasn't, that's, yeah. Remember, I've 15 years, a writer, an award-winning journalist, a researcher, an editor. Right here, I only because that's how my brain's been trained, only credible sources. But again, it's harder and harder to find them these days because of the just the distrust, I guess, in mainstream media. And that's, again, that's fact, that's data, like that's out there. You'll see that. It's not me just, you know, saying something like, oh, don't trust. No, I worked in media for 15 years, and I can tell you something right now. When I say this distrust in mainstream media, I brought this up. I'm just going to show you something real quick. Something that y'all are seeing happen in real time that you have. Remember, you're going to see things that you've never seen in your lifetime. I've said that. Yeah. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to share my page. If you go to, let me share a screen. So let's just go to like Newsweek. Yeah, you see Newsweek. I just click this on. Look at that hat. Okay, you scroll all the way down. The fairness meter. Newsweek is committed to journalism that's factual and fair. Hold us accountable and submit your rating. Unfair left-leaning, unfair right-leaning. When did you ever see that? When have you ever seen that in your life? When any major news publication has something where it's like, oh, are we giving you enough truth? Like, so you're seeing it happen in real time. A lot of changes are coming. A lot. And that is one of the reasons why I want to help guide you through the next few years. And I will tell you things that are happening, but I'm looking at the time. I have to just grab a quick bite, and then I'll see you at greatawakener.com because now we're going to do the extended version of this on greatawakener.com. But let me ask some questions. Like, how are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Let me ask at least these are questions. Did I? Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm confused. I'm seeing that. Oh, it was changed. It was changed back. We're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I'm sorry, I had the dates wrong. So the world predictions are Sundays. What day is today? This is how out of it I've been. I'm sorry, it's Sunday. All right. Tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So why don't I do this while I have you here? We'll talk. All right, let's talk a little bit. Let me answer your questions. All right. Yeah, there we go. That's Uranus. If you watched a live stream that I did yesterday with Uranus on my ascendant, which I've been calling my Uranus on my ascendant vortex, a small percentage of the world have this right now with Uranus on their ascendant, right? As Gemini rising, Uranus being in Gemini at 0 degrees, right there. Yeah, that critical degree. You probably know some of it. I've already told you a lot of things I've been going through, but the analogy I made is like, was it like Freddy Krueger? Like Freddy, just the boogeyman, just always lurking and trying to break things down and cause chaos and upheaval. And it's all through technology. Remember, that's a big thing. Pluto in Aquarius, trining Uranus and Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising and I'm an Aquarius. So, and it's all technology, And so just imagine Mercury retrograde, how that was for me when I have Uranus on my ascendant, while the lower, brother, the related Uranus and Mercury goes retrograde in my third house of technology and the internet. It has been wild. And so so basically, even though Mercury's no longer retrograde, thankfully, right? It's basically like I go through Mercury retrograde. It's like a Mercury retrograde every day for me while Uranus is on my ascendant, and it's for like a year. And so it's like tech issues, miscommunication, things like that. So it's a matter of me just adjusting to it. And so remember, Uranus is also surprises. Surprised to see that was changed and on the calendar, and I didn't know about it. There's the miscommunication. So anyway, let me answer your questions, because if y'all have any questions about anything that I said, let me know. Bring up some questions. What y'all got? Sarah, wait, Jimmy, do you have Uranus? I've been saying, yeah, I know. I've been saying it. Oh, I love your that profile thing. That's so cool. I'm assuming you're a Libra. Yeah, I've been saying it a lot. And also because I get there's always new subscribers that watch these videos who don't know, and so it bears repeating. And yeah, there you go. I said it was like the Final Destination movies. There's always just something lurking, and I'm just like, all right, what is it going to be today? But again, it's just a matter of I've had my breakthroughs, which is great, and it's constant. It's going to be constant. It's going to be constant until Uranus moves back into Taurus. And y'all, that's a big thing. I'll talk about that next month or next week for September forecast. Uranus is going retrograde the first week, same time that Mars is going to square Jupiter. I mean, the first week of September, remember, I said it's going to be a little, but you're going to be fine. If you're at a high frequency, you're going to be amazing. Okay. And even Uranus being very active this weekend with this square. So just expect surprises, unexpected. But yeah, I did say that as well. But again, for me, it's more just acclimating to it rather than resisting it or like, let me see. One of mine. Oh, sorry. Sorry if it's been asked, but will this be an app also? Natasha, that's a great question for Great Awakener. Yeah. It's mobile optimized, so all the features you can do on your phone, but there is plans that I mentioned that's part of this larger rollout this year where, yeah. Okay. Leo, I didn't know there was different codes. I use tier 1 code. I just want to make sure I got locked in for the tier 3 price. Yeah, so I said that in the video for every tier. So for tier 3 members, I said in your video, tier 3 members can see any message I sent to tier 1 or tier 2. That's just how YouTube is structured. It's like on a basic level, I guess, in terms of messaging each tier. And so use the discount code for your tier, not the one for tier 1 or tier 2, but I can see how if you're going through the videos, because you're going to see all 4 videos, the subscribers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but they're all titled. So click the tier 3 and that's your discount code. So you can email support@greatawakener.com and they will fix that for you right away, right, Felix? I don't think you're sure. All right. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh yeah. There's a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. What do you do if you signed up at 39 before code came through, canceled, try to start with code, oh, place the bit code, please help. Yes, Tracy. Let me see. That I would just email support@greatawakener.com because a lot of there you go. And there's people on it, they will like right now that will do this for you. Because there was some people that signed up without the code and there was people that, and so we'll take care of it. We'll take care of all of it. But yeah, we'll take care of all of it. Tracy, we got you. You know, I got you. And a lot of y'all, you saw, I've emailed you personally. I'm on. That's what I'm saying. I got you. Spontaneous alchemy with Dakota. Could you put a date on these deep dives so we can tell me when they are posted? Yeah, they're in the calendar. They're in the calendar. So I'll share my screen. They're in the calendar right here. And so it was just that one for, let me just share my screen. It was just that one for today. I told them that it was on the wrong day if they could put it on Sunday. And they were busy and never got around to it. And so that's why I was like, I'll just do it on Saturday because I'm doing this live stream anyway. So, but they did change it without telling me. So there's that miscommunication. There's Uranus on my ascendant. You're going to see a lot of this. But again, I'm coming out of it, especially when Uranus goes retrograde, you're going to see but yeah, you can click it right there. You can add it to your own Google Cal, your Outlook, your iCal, any of it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any other? Oh wait, there's a lot. Yeah. Okay. So Leah. Yeah. Okay. So I have my birth chart, but there is going to be an option to get your birth chart on Great Awakener. Yes, there's going to be someone speak. Actually, in the astrology course, there's going to be a class just on reading your birth chart. Yeah. But there's got to be, remember, not only courses, 12 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then some of them are going to be doing it regular, after 12 weeks and again, and that, you know what I mean? But there's also going to be guys doing other, one-offs. Like there's more to come. And remember, this is just what was meant for the launch phase. What you see now, you're going to see that calendar fill up. We're adding Christian in his courses today. We're adding Monday. You'll see. And that's the other thing. Subscribe to the newsletter. You'll get updates here. I'll show you again, right there. If you, there you go. Right at the bottom. If you didn't sign up for the newsletter, you're not getting any of the updates. You're not getting so you see it's on the main page, the landing page. You just go all the way to the down. You get all the updates right there. All right. I hope that's helpful. Deepa, if we can't attend the live stream on Great Awakener, I have questions later on. What should we do? Yeah, that's if just like YouTube, when this live stream is done, people can see it, right? Anyone can see it. There's comment box, okay? There's the community forum that I showed you. So that's the big difference between YouTube and my site and greatawakener.com. It's a way for all of y'all to communicate with each other. And it's got to be there for you. And let me just show you. Yeah. So even here, like the videos I show you, they're all going to be archived. You can see there's the comment section there, but just like YouTube. But the one thing that I want to show you here is the community. And like anything, you can leave anything here. Yeah. To create a thread where people in the community answer your questions, or you exchange ideas, whatever you need. Whatever you need. And remember what I said last night, I'm bringing others and on that have to do, I mean, it's not only, it's just think of like just the spiritual community. So it can be healers, it can be therapists, it can be astrologers, tarot readers, it can be other channelers. I got some surprise. I got some things up my sleeve for you. So there's something for everybody. There's something, and they're all, and of course, I vet them. I vet them because the greatawakener.com, remember, it's a place where there's no bias. That's like the main requirement, right? For anyone that I work with or collaborate with, they have to be a place of like everything's coming from the heart, no bias, no leaning one side, other side, no, you know what I mean? Like heart-based, and it's gated to have there's going to be no bots, no misinformation, no trolls. You know that things are going to be monitored. We got people on the back end. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Demetra, you mentioned in passing in another video about the Mississippi River. Yes. Has anything more specific about this come up for you about this? Great question. And I'm going to continue to connect the dots because I feel like it's connected to some other years that popped up for me. And this is the process. Some things just come up and you have no idea why, right? And so you just kind of have to connect the dots. And it's not just me. That's like any psychic would say the same thing, that we're the ones that are like this, right? Where you see a vision or a date and it comes up and you don't know why, but that you write it down and things like that. So you kind of have to just connect the dots. And yeah, with the Mississippi River, I'll connect more dots, but there was something that, oh my gosh, there are so many things that I can't wait to tell you tomorrow. Okay. So many things I can't wait to tell you tomorrow, and they're saved. So I'll show you. But yeah, I'll let you know. Asha, hello from Belgium. I love Magritte. Jimmy, I still can't watch videos for members, although I'm a really good member now. I sent you already 2 messages, but still no answer. Can you check it out, please? You can't watch videos for members? You should be able to. I explained last night too that just go to, when you sign up for a membership here to be a YouTube member, like you're good, you're really good and legendary, one of the tier 3 members, there's an intro video. It's 1 minute long. Just watch it and then you see what's broken down in every tier. And so it might be that I would check what tier you are, but if you're the 2nd tier, you should be able to. And with those, I can't do anything with those because I don't have access to, it's like you have to email YouTube or get in touch with YouTube, unfortunately, like because there's nothing I can do on my end. And that's what I'm saying about even YouTube, even some of the back end stuff for YouTube. It's just like you would have to get in touch with YouTube. But yeah, that you should be able to. So I'm not sure why you don't. But again, that's not something I can answer because I don't know. That's it's like a YouTube thing. But let me know how it goes. I mean, you should. That's interesting. I'm sorry that that's happening, but you should be able to have access. Yeah. Bev, you said, I wonder if there will be chat boards in the classes that we can talk with each other and find and get help to questions after the classes. Yes. I just showed you the comment box and Even during the live streams, like you'll see the live chat that, you know, but yeah, again, you can bring it over to the community forum as well that I just showed you. They're broken down in categories. Current events, astrology, tarot, predictions, all of that. And I want to remind you, this is so new to me. This is very new to me. So it is so meaningful that you have all these questions. And I thank you so much. If you've signed up, if you're considering signing up for a Great Awakener, thank you so much. But yeah, that's the thing, because it's so new, and this is a first of its kind website. It's all live streams. It's all live streams, and it's this community forum. So it's since it is brand new, it's so fluid and flexible. We can make it even better for you. You know what I mean? Like, so your feedback is always helpful, always helpful. So don't be afraid to send me feedback, okay? And you can even send it to, you know, Felix is monitoring the support at greatawakener.com. So he's the one that's kind of like the feedback. He collects all the feedback, and then we discuss it every week, actually every day, to be honest. Oh, Karen, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Bev, okay, well, okay, that we did that, right? Thank you so much, and I hope that everybody has, remember, new moon. It's a new moon in Virgo, and so you're still, it's so strong, it's so potent. 0 degrees, wow. So you're under the wind. Remember, it really, I don't want you to see as, well, because this is at 0 degrees, it really is. If you want to reset, this is a reset. If you want to change your day-to-day routines, you're gonna, you put in, you know, the effort and take that inspired action, you're gonna see things. Bro, remember, you can't plant a seed and expect a tree the next day. I say that all the time. You're gonna see things grow, but this is very different from a normal new moon because it is part of the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo next month. So that's what I'm saying. Please take inspired action. This is the last week, but of that great window of the prism portal as well. Remember, September 1st, Saturn goes retrograde. We immediately have Mercury go into Virgo. We immediately have Mars square Jupiter. We immediately have Uranus go retrograde. We immediately then have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And those eclipses, remember, 100 times the power of a new moon or a full moon. A lot of y'all, let me see. Yeah, a lot of y'all are already feeling it. A lot of y'all are already feeling it. A lot of y'all are feeling it. And so, especially if you're, you know, mutable sign, yeah. Remember, everyone is, but everyone is. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Remember, the North Node has been in Pisces all year. What were the lessons you've been learning? And your mission statement, your destiny, your journey. What are the things that you decided to let go? As you move into this new era, it's a lunar eclipse. There's going to be some big out with the old, in with the new, especially with the following new moon solar eclipse. It's with the nodes of fate, Rahu Ketu. So big month coming, and shorter forecasts for all 12 signs because I need to catch up. It's just like, wow, it is Saturday. It just like blows my mind. I'm like, what? And so I haven't even scripted it out. That's what I'm saying. It's been so busy on this end with this unexpected thing that happened to the system that we were just, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 9, 10 people working 14-hour days to, yeah, it was a thing. But yeah, I will start working on your forecast today, and hopefully by next week I have a weekend because it's going to be, it's 24 videos that I do every week. 12 for your signs, and then remember the bonus spreads as well. And those, I always say, look here, this is your forecast, right, for the week. I haven't even, you see it's the last week is still here. You see this is happening in 2 days. Venus moving into Leo. All these great things. You're really going to feel Venus opposite Pluto, by the way. You're really going to feel that. Every sign is going to feel that. It doesn't really matter. Everyone's going to feel that. But you're going to feel all this because it's this cluster that you're working with. And then Uranus, sextile Neptune. Generational. I mean, this is... I'm going to have this on every whiteboard. But, what I was saying is that this, yes, this is your forecast. I give you the aspect. I give you everything. Everything. There may be others that only give you like maybe the two main. I give you everything, right? But these are just the planetary aspects. Your second spread, your bonus spread that really good and legendary tier 3 members have access to, that's completing that story. It's a lot of the lunations. It's, remember, there's a reason why it's a sun and moon. Those are the top. Yeah. So we talk about the lunation, big aspects, the planetoids, asteroids. Again, like I said, this is a time for a lot of people, 8 billion people, consciousness expanding. Therefore, you're going to be absorbing a lot more information and new information. So I've been doing this for about 6 months, since January, the bonus spreads, the planetoids, asteroids, other things, a lot of, I'd throw things in there, even like void moons and things like that. That's the other half. That it's, what's up in space isn't just planets. So it's the other half of your forecast that really just colors in the picture. But when we do the spread, that's when I just get really excited because, yeah, we do a second spread. And one of the things that I look for, that's a huge sign from the universe, is when you get the same card or more than one card that you got in your main spread. That's the universe telling you, pay attention to this specific card. You got it twice out of over 155 cards. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So, yeah. So it does, with those, even though they're, obviously shorter, they're not like an hour long or 45 minutes long. It still requires a lot of like me just doing the research and looking and seeing what is the most important. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, so that's required. And it's just making sure that I hit all the right points for you and bring up the ones that really, truly matter right now. Like Ceres really matters right now. Juno really matters right now, especially when Mars is in Libra. Yeah. And when we have that T-square that I talked about, I just, yeah. So anyway, does anybody have any other questions? Let me see. Did I miss any? Okay. All right. Well, thank you all. One of mine. I've seen the Empress card 5 times, 3 days. Well, that's a great sign. That's a great sign. Wow. And that's the other thing is that, oh my goodness. If you are a tier 3 member, when we do the bonus spread, when I pull the cards and we see the cards, even if when we don't do that, when I give you tell you what's going on with the planetoids, asteroids, etc., you see how it aligns with your spread. It's bonkers. It's bonkers, but that's a great sign. Sarah, you have a natal sun moon opposition. Oh, and then as a Libra, maybe that makes sense. Oh, I see you're saying because that, yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's another thing is like, again, there's everyone's going to feel these aspects differently. You all have different charts. Everyone's sun has different aspects to planets. They're in different houses. And that's what I really love about this channel, because just being able to, just a lot of people who are, a lot of y'all that are interested in tarot and now being introduced to astrology, being fascinated by that. I still get emails actual emails from a lot of y'all, and comments, tons of comments, where there's a lot of y'all that, you know, maybe in your 50s or 60s, and you actually say this and leave it in the comments or tell me where you haven't even heard of your ascendant or your rising sign, and you wanted to know more and how to get it, your birth chart. So I love that, spreading this, you know, just the joy of knowing that a lot of y'all are interested in the two different modalities, and how they merge too. By the way, they merge so perfectly. It's so bonkers, but it just brings me so much joy that I can introduce, you know, astrology to those who love tarot, and tarot to those who love astrology. Oh my gosh. And I want you, and I love doing your forecast. And I know I always talk about that because it's so, like, I get in the zone. And I'm just, it's therapeutic for me. And like I've already talked about it. I love doing your forecast. That's why, like, the first week this month, I was just so like, I couldn't do your forecast. But I was still there. Yeah. I did your spreads for each sign, as SJ and Christian did the astrology. Carrie, oh, thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate it. How's Cape Town? Oh my gosh, Cape Town. I saw the penguins. I saw the penguins. Y'all know that Cape Town has beaches and a mountain, a big one. Oh, I just got a big message that something just quit. I don't think that. Okay, great. That's not this. Y'all, any other questions? Oh, I love this. I am feeling so freaking blessed this morning. I love it. You had a beautiful confirmation from the universe this morning after taking concrete action toward life. Ah, I love that. That brings me so much joy, that moment. And I'm so glad that you're having that moment. And it's just like the energy I'm getting from even just reading your comment. Angie Mo, amazing. I hope everyone can too. I mean, again, all day long, you got this amazing window, this glow from the new moon in Virgo, opening doors for you. It's a new moon, new opportunities. Oh, please use it. Please use it. Y'all. Oh my gosh, Leo, you turned 44 days ago. You just entered the greatest decade to come. Yes, you did. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all Leos, all Virgos. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's amazing. So, I mean, your birthday was just very, very close to this new moon. Like, I love that. I love that. And yes, this is gonna be a decade, like I said, from this point forward, but you did start seeing it in 2020. A lot more to come. Okay. And we're here for a reason. There's a reason why I talk more about this, and you know, that's why I want people to remember that we're a collective. I said we're here for a reason. Divine timing. Nothing is just random. We're here for a reason together to experience the moments that we're going to have and the moments that we have had together as a collective. All right. We want to raise that frequency. Okay. We want to raise that frequency. But yes, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of big changes. And it's also like a great time where a lot of people are having their awakenings and seeing things and waking up, or however you want to call it. And you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more. And it is an exciting time. Yeah. And I think that everyone is going to contribute in a way. And I talked about that a lot, how people are, you know, contributing to the collective. For a lot of people, it might not connect now. In just a few months, even early 2026, you're going to see what I mean by that. Okay. We're a collective. We're humanity. but it takes a lot of people like me, or any, like you, all of y'all at these high frequencies that can help those in low frequencies come out of it. And oh my goodness, you'll see just the wonder. Like it's amazing. It's amazing. Cindy, thank you so much. Love to you, Jimmy, and to Ruby, Brad, Felix, and your entire team. You have changed my life for the better, and I'm so grateful for you and the Great Awakener. Oh my gosh, Cindy, I really appreciate it. Those are like that. Really, you know that it means so much to me. So, and I'm sure it means a lot to everyone that's been working with me, because, you know, again, this is a channel where we want it's just a force of good, and that's it. And I just want to inspire you and empower you and be with you along this journey as a collective. So I really appreciate it, Cindy. Thank you so much, y'all. All right, I'm gonna have to take Ruby out. But I guess I'll see you tomorrow, on greatawakener.com for. I'm just gonna look at the schedule. Did they make any other changes? Yep. Okay, tomorrow. So yeah, I'm doing a live stream on another channel I was invited to, and then tomorrow after that, oh gosh, yeah, then I have a live stream with y'all, the world predictions, okay, at 12:15, okay, and then after that, I'm gonna share my screen. You see here, okay? So tomorrow, world predictions. You can add it to, if you're a member, you can add it to. After that, that's when doing the channel messages, where we talk about a little bit deeper. So yeah, that's really fun. And this one's only like 30 minutes because it is an extension of this. And then we can take like a little break, and y'all can stay on and all of that, or, you know, but I need to take a little break. I think if you saw my last live stream last night, the back issue that back brace, all of that, I can't be sitting for so long. Anyway, this one, yeah, 1 p.m. If you want to join that one, that's when I'm going to talk about things where I say you have to be at least medium awake. Okay, medium awake. Like my mom would not be able. She'd be like, "What did you just say?" You know, like, you've got to be medium awake. We talk, but I know everyone here is. But I know that I will be posting this, and it's going to go live, and there's a lot of people that see this. So yeah, for that one, you got to be medium awake. Where we talk about stuff. And if you attended last weekend, you know what I'm talking about. So y'all, thank you so much. I can't even, like, I need to write out like a big thank you message or something just for showing my gratitude. And I hope that you actually feel it. And I hope that I wouldn't be here without you. And I've said that before. And I'm just very, I'm grateful. And I love this community that we have. And I love that I'm, every week, I'm getting to know your names. I know where you live. Like, not like Carrie being in Cape Town. That's what I mean. Like, things like that. I love this. But that's me. I'm an Aquarius, and in my 9th house, right? So Aquarius, all about the humanity, like, humanitarian. But 9th house, if you know your astrology, I talk about the 9th house a lot. I try to even go deeper into the 9th house because it's for me, it's very important. But even like, okay, so that's what I'm saying. On greatawakener.com, you're going to learn all this. You're going to learn everything, the houses, the house systems, you're going to your birth chart, like everything. All right, y'all, thank you so much. I've got to go. I got to go and work on your forecast, your September forecast. Again, just another reminder, they may be a little bit shorter than normal because I have another really big week, and it's already Saturday. And again, I have to do 24 forecasts before Tuesday. And that, we'll see. Or they're possibly going to be, you know what? I'll just say it. They're going to be late. They may be Thursday. They may be Friday. It's so heartbreaking for me to say that because I love sticking to my Wednesday schedule as a Virgo moon. Wednesdays, everyone gets it. I don't stagger them out. I don't do Virgos on Mondays, Pisces on Tuesdays, Aries. I don't do that. I'm a Netflix, put it all out at once type of person. But it may be Thursday or Friday. Okay. Y'all. All right. So thank you so much. And thank you so much again for all y'all who have signed up for Great Awakener. Remember, those are the founding member rates that you have now. They're way like, again, the lifetime rates. If you have any questions, let me know. The rates are going to go up starting, what is it? Saturday, Monday. Starting Monday, they go to the other rates that are higher, but I'm still keeping it lower for all of y'all, like subscribers and members here, than the public, because that's how much you mean. Okay, so anyway, I'll extend it. I'll do it till Monday. I'll do it till Monday, Tuesday. Okay, but just know that I'll send out an email. I would just sign up this weekend if you can. Because it's set to change Sunday night at midnight. But I'll extend it for y'all. Y'all are amazing. This is it. This is why I can't, like, it's so hard for me to, like, I want to read your questions. I want to sit here with you. I want to have like an iced tea and read your comments. And, you know, I want to do all that, but I gotta go. I'm so hungry. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. Have an amazing weekend. New moon in Virgo. Set intentions. Yeah, really set intentions. Just acknowledge it. Put your energy out there. Speak words into the ether. Yeah. Remember, everything's energy. Your thoughts. Have your thoughts. Visualize, and you got this. I love you all. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow for a lot of y'all. Okay, at greatawakener.com. All right. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll see you. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.